Korir, PS lands, because they have embezzled 184 families of money meant for compensation for areas where the standard gauge rail line passed through. Nixon Korir, with some other senior officers at the Ministry of Lands. Parliament, we must wake up to these things. Lumumba should not be doing our work. We should by now have removed Nixon Korir from office to pave way for comprehensive investigations. How do you investigate the PS when he's in control of all the data that the courts will require to nail him? Mr. Speaker, I demand that Nixon Korir steps down as a PS and await the outcome of the investigations. Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Senator Eddy?
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Order, Senator Cherargei, please.
Madam Speaker, 101. Standing order 101. The majority whip who oversights the government has brought to the attention of this House very serious things happening in the government where he's the whip.
Senator Eddy, what's your point of order under which standing
But that's the point of order, Madam Speaker. I've said point of order number 101, Madam Speaker. And the issue that he has brought to us, Madam Speaker, is that there is a PS that he has alleged has embezzled some funds that must resign, and he has used the word demand, which I respect because he's the whip who has demanded that. It's unanswered, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, under 101, is it in order?
Senator Eddy, can you cite the standing order under which you are acting? No. Oh, I didn't hear that. So.
Madam Speaker said 101.
Hear that.
I was just saving you the reading.
Yeah.
Under 101, Madam Speaker, can we discuss the conduct of an individual without a substantive motion? Can the whip be directed to give us a substantive motion? Because, Madam Speaker, this is a very serious issue. Where embezzlement is involved, may you direct the whip to bring a substantive motion on the said PS so that we can be able to converse, and it doesn't demand it just out of the blues. The demand is obsolete if it doesn't have any power given by this House, Madam Speaker. Can you give us the substantive motion?
Senator Halwale, you have had the point of order. Would you please withdraw your demands around the PS and bring before this House the matter in the proper manner so that it can be discussed?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll do as directed. I will be able to handle it in the proper manner. And
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, for purposes of this
first
institute,
withdraw the demand that...
yes, I withdraw the
PS
demand.
Thank you.
Until guided by a resolution of the House. Madam Speaker, allow me to use this opportunity. There was a time when I was your age, Senator for Migori, and the nominated Senator Gloria, who keeps on screaming from the back there. There was a time we were your age. And we learned from the senior politicians in this House to be good legislators.
Senator Halwale, please don't use unparliamentary language in respect of colleagues.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if I may go to my contribution. On the issue of raised by Senator Onyonka, Madam Speaker, about human organ trafficking, I want to call upon the chairman of the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Board, Professor Stanley Khainga, who was my classmate from high school all the way through medical school. Professor Khainga, the eyes of the country are on you. You should have, accompanied by the PS Health, accompanied by CS Health, accompanied by CS Internal Security, all should have gone to Eldoret to go and close down this thing you're calling a hospital. How can it be as I saw some so-called CEO of that hospital, I saw on TV, struggling to say that they are a world-class center of doing kidney transplants. And as she said so, she spoke in broken English. A world-class center cannot employ people who are illiterate. They should not play around with the children of the poor. I want to see a child of a minister going to donate, a child of a PS going to donate a kidney for somebody who is unknown to them. Mr. Speaker, in medical ethics, you donate organs within families. And before that donation is done, you do everything up to and including DNA. We cannot just allow people to be exploited. What a pity. 300,000 shillings in exchange of an organ that will turn your life completely, in exchange of conmanship by people who will get millions of shillings from that organ. It must stop. We must protect the poor. And if it's not,
Senator Khalwale, you can finalize in 30 seconds. In 30 seconds.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I finalize by addressing the Minister of Health. He is not going to intimidate anybody. The Minister of Health is on record bragging that although he is not a doctor, he knows more than a doctor. Duale, please. Please, you are a small boy. I saw you found me in this parliament.
Senator Khalwale, please withdraw those words. Don't use unparliamentary language.
Okay, I withdraw the small boy part, but caution him again and again to stop playing with doctors. He should go and reflect what became of his classmates with whom they were in high school. How was he performing in class compared to his classmates who went to medical school? He owes them some degree of respect. Being appointed as a minister does not make you supernaturally clever. In fact, there are Kenyans who would be making this government performing better if they were the ones in those ministerial dockets.
Intelligent woman who have shown them dust in the political corridors. I am happy that the majority leader is talking about me. Yet on Saturday, in a public forum where the president visited Githunguri, he could not show his face. He disappeared like a smoke. He ran away literally.
Order. This is getting out of hand. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, order, honorable Junet, order. Yeah, but you see, you without a substantive, I will give you an opportunity, but you better know how to navigate your way around. The standing order is very clear. You cannot discuss the character of an honorable member without a substantive motion. So, for God's sake, don't discuss her character, but you can discuss events, you can discuss ideas, you can discuss the motion that's before you. Okay, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker,
what is out of order? No, he's on a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, mine was on misinformation because, Honorable Speaker, last Saturday, I was nowhere near where the President was, and the member for Githunguri knows that. I think she wanted to mean the Saturday when we were in Githunguri constituency. And you know I'm a peace-loving Kenyan. And I am also a consumer of certain intelligence reports. And I had intelligence reports of what the member for Githunguri and the governor for Kiambu, with the stashed money that you saw being pulled out of bedrooms, had planned against the member for Kiambu,
Order, Majority Leader, order. You are both out of order.
Yeah.
She discussed you without a substantive motion. You are discussing her without a substantive motion, and I would not have that anymore.
Mr. Speaker,
order. The House has got to be.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion,
Honorable Junet, conclude, please.
Mr. Speaker, in the spirit of diplomacy,
yes,
and international relations and national relations, Mr. Speaker, the undisputed kingpin of Kiambu County is Honorable Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah. Mr. Speaker, that I must put on record.
Order,
Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable Deputy, Honorable Minority Leader. Whether it is in good light or bad light, you cannot discuss the character of a Honorable Member of Parliament and his fortune order on his fortune's back without a substantive motion. Order. You think it's the only time when it's being discussed in a negative tone is when it's out of order. Even in positive term, without a substantive motion, is out of order.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion
Can you conclude?
I am concluding.
Yes.
That, Mr. Speaker, that I hope these Kenyans who have been given this chance of serving us will do a good job. Because those stations they are going to are very important stations in terms of business, in terms of international relations, in terms of cultural and technological exchanges, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, in this country, we love ourselves so much as politicians and people who are in high offices that we forget that there are other Kenyans out there who are qualified, who can do this job. So, Mr. Speaker, I am totally opposed. And I think I should bring here some legislation. I'm opposing completely this motion. Completely. And I am asking the executive, please don't send like this one again. This will be the last one. Even the other one, when people were removed from offices and they were posted to diplomatic position, I opposed it. It is on record here, Mr. Speaker. This is not the first one I'm opposing. Why should you be discharged as a minister or as a PS? Then you end up becoming now an errand boy for another PS in the MFA, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's a demotion, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, we should not allow this to happen. There are other senior positions these Kenyans can serve at the level where they were serving at. But for Githunguri, I will create a diplomatic position there when I become the president. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable Junet, Mazamzam. Order, I will indeed. Okay.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi niweze kuunga mjadala wa leo kuhusu uteuzi wa Mheshimiwa Susan Nakhumicha. Najua mambo mengi yametokea, lakini ukiangalia katika ukakamavu wake wa kazi na masomo yake anastahili. Ndiyo yalitokea kutokea katika Wizara ya Afya, na sio mwaka wa kwanza kutokea akiwa hapo. Yametokea wakiwa wengi wa madaktari kugoma. Kwa hiyo ni taifa liangalie tu madaktari, walimu na wengine wanaangaliwa vipi mshahara yao na mambo yao. Lakini Nakhumicha alionyesha, na ni mama, mimi kama mama siwezi kumvuta mama mwenzangu chini kwa sababu najua anaweza, aliweza na anaweza. Hata kama pengine ametoka sehemu kubwa amerudi sehemu ya chini, lakini pia pale anaweza kuserve taifa yake akiwa pale, Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hiyo mimi naunga uteuzi wake na namuombea Mungu aweze kufanya kazi yake akiangalia maslahi ya Wakenya yake mbele. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Bukose.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support the nomination for the three ambassadorial positions. The Honorable Peter Tum, Engineer Peter Tum, the Honorable Susan Nakhumicha, and the other two who have been nominated to ambassadors. That is to the Habitat, then to the DRC, and then to CONSU. Honorable Speaker, I want to disagree with the minority leader in that stating that these are people who did not perform in their various areas, and stating that it should only be people who have grown in their careers. You know, ambassadors are people with different expertise. They are they're just not only within the diplomatic circles. You have people who are expertise in trade. You have people who are expertise in health. It exposes everybody to an equal opportunity. And I think this is where we come in. Having served in the various capacities as a cabinet secretary for health, Susan Nakhumicha demonstrated that she's capable and she's of wide experience, and she was able to, as a former chair of the health committee, were able to work well, and she had capacity to be able to deliver. And I think going in now as an ambassador to the UN Habitat.
Are you on a point of order, Honorable Koyo? Oh, Honorable, would you wish to be informed by the Honorable Koyo?
Yes, the member for Ahero can inform me. Mohoroni, sorry. The Honorable Koyo, yes.
Thank you very much. With due respect, Mr. Honorable Speaker, I want to inform my good friend that Ambassador is packing orders, report to permanent secretaries. So Mr. Toom, my friend who was Engineer Toom, who was permanent secretary, now will be reporting to another permanent secretary, who is now will be his boss, meaning he has been demoted. Thank you.
I think that was not information.
Order, honorable members. Honorable members, I think you need to understand a little bit about statecraft. An ambassador is a representative of the president. That's why he's called His Excellency.
Yes.
Or Her Excellency.
And the PS is not His Excellency.
Order. The chair is talking and you should freeze. That is why when you are appointed as an ambassador, it's not a demotion. A minister, maybe technically you have a certain thing, but that ambassador represents the head of state. That's why they are called His Excellency or Her Excellency. You cannot address a permanent secretary as His Excellency. So it's not a demotion.
Then we can have top-ups of 3. Who are, if Abushomba loses the way she's going to lose in Githunguri next time, then she can be an ambassador somewhere, Mr. Speaker. Because you can see that the line she has taken is direct home. But anyway, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, I want to say this. Mr. Speaker, that
what's out of order, Honorable Omuchomba?
Mr. Speaker, you know, I respect you very much as a speaker, and I expect you to protect me from the bullying of the Honorable
he said in the event.
Who is talking about me?
No,
there is no election between now and next year. Is he becoming a prophet to prophesy that I'm going to lose in Githunguri? And by the way, who told him that I'm interested anyway? Has he become a prophet? Can he clarify whether he's now becoming a prophet?
Honorable Omuchomba.
He is out of order. We are discussing about people who are going to work as diplomats, not Wamuchomba. Wamuchomba is the member of parliament, the iron lady from Githunguri, the woman who walks on Fox without shoes.
Order, Honorable Omuchomba. Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable Omuchomba. You can trust the chair will always protect you.
Mr. Speaker.
But this is order. But the Honorable Junet said, in the event. In the event is neither here nor there. Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I am very sorry to Honorable Muchomba because
you want to be informed by
I was soliciting and lobbying for her that in the event the Munyoro bus gets punctured, I was trying to get her a soft landing that she can become the ambassador in charge of Githunguri and Kamende area, Mr. Speaker.
Do you order, Honorable Junet?
I want
majority leader to inform you.
Yes.
Okay.
Honorable Speaker, maybe the Honorable Leader of Minority has not heard what the member for Githunguri has said. And I hear what you are saying about what you meant when you said what you said. But the member for Githunguri has told you, has asked who even told you she's interested in running for Member of Parliament for Githunguri. Because she probably knows running will be a futile attempt on those things.
Okay, proceed, Junet. Honorable Junet.
Mr. Speaker, I have heard what the majority has told me. But Mr. Speaker, you know, Wamuchomba is an iron lady. I can't withstand Wamuchomba out of office. If she's so strong now when she's in office, what do you think she can do when she's out of office? She can run us out of this town. So we must create for her some diplomatic posting in charge of Githunguri, Kamende area, up to Lare, Limuru. Then we call that area UNEP Githunguri. Then she can become diplomatic. Mr. Speaker.
What's your point of order, Honorable Omuchomba?
Honorable Speaker, you know, you have allowed these honorable members to make me the point of discussion on this issue. But I'm very excited that they are calling me all those very good names because they know that I am a beautiful, intelligent woman who have shown them dust in the political corridors. I am happy that the majority leader is talking about me, Yet on Saturday, in a public forum where the president visited Githunguri, he could not show his face. He disappeared like a smoke. He ran away, literally.
Order. This is getting out of hand. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, order, honorable Junet, order. Yeah, but you see, you without a substantive, I will give you an opportunity, but you better know how to navigate your way around. The standing order is very clear. You cannot discuss the character of a honorable member without a substantive motion. So, for God's sake, don't discuss her character, but you can discuss events, you can discuss ideas, you can discuss the motion that's before you. Okay, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker,
what is out of order? No, he's on a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, mine was on misinformation because, Honorable Speaker, last Saturday, I was nowhere near where the president was, and the member for Githunguri knows that. I think she wanted to mean the Saturday when we were in Githunguri constituency. And you know I'm a peace-loving Kenyan. And I am also a consumer of certain intelligence reports. And I had intelligence reports of what the member for Githunguri and the governor for Kiambu, with the stashed money that you saw being pulled out of bedrooms, had planned against the member for Kiambu,
Order, Majority Leader, order. You are both out of order.
Yeah.
She discussed you without a substantive motion. You are discussing her without a substantive motion, and I will not have that anymore.
Mr. Speaker,
order. The House has got to be.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion,
Honorable Junet, conclude, please.
Mr. Speaker, in the spirit of diplomacy,
yes,
and international relations and national relations, Mr. Speaker, the undisputed kingpin of Kiambu County is Honorable Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah. Mr. Speaker, that I must put on record.
Order. Honorable Deputy, Honorable Minority Leader. Whether it is in good light or bad light, you cannot discuss the character of a honorable member of parliament and his fortune on his fortune's back without a substantive motion. Order. You think it's the only time when it's being discussed in a negative tone is when it's out of order. Even in positive term, without a substantive motion, is out of order.
Mr. Speaker.